buttercup, you're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so we're back and ready to dive into some more Premier League action.
Always exciting, especially after a weekend like this.
Yeah, I mean, those festive fixtures were something else, right? December 29th, 2024, and we saw some pretty unexpected outcomes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Plenty to unpack.
Well, especially I think with Liverpool just looking ridiculously strong right now.
I think everyone's kind of wondering, like, are they really going to be the ones to watch? Are we seeing some sort of, like, power shift, you know?
It really feels like it. I mean, even just looking at that West Ham match, West Ham versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
5-0 final score. I mean, come on. They absolutely crushed them.
It's not even just the score, though, right?
Right.
It's like how they completely dominated that match. Like, West Ham didn't even get a single shot on target.
You're kidding me?
No, like literally zero. It's insane. Talk about a tactical masterclass.
I mean, their new manager, Arne Slot, he's got them playing with this intensity I haven't seen in ages.
Yeah, he seems to have found the right formula, right? They were scoring like every other minute there for a while.
4 goals in the first 54 minutes. It was like watching a machine.
Well, and it's like a really good blend, too, right? He's got these veteran players mixed in with all this young talent. It's a really interesting dynamic.
Yeah, that seems to be working for them. But on the other hand, Man City's win against Leicester, I mean, they won, but it wasn't exactly pretty, was it?
No, not really a 2-0 final score, but honestly, it felt a lot closer than that, especially considering Leicester, 18th on the table.
Yeah, you'd think that had just blown them out of the water.
You would think, right? Like, is this a sign that they're still struggling even after breaking their losing streak? I don't know.
It's almost like they're lacking that spark they used to have,
Yeah.
Haaland finally ended his scoring drought, though, right? 5 games without a goal, so it's got to count for something.
Oh, for sure. It's a good sign, but it wasn't like his usual dominant performance either.
Right.
I mean, Man City fans are used to seeing them just completely control the game.
Yeah, and this time they had possession, but it wasn't like they were creating a ton of chances.
Exactly. They just weren't clinical enough. And, speaking of clinical, let's talk about Tottenham's draw against Wolves.
Oh, man, that was a wild one.
Let's talk about a missed opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Tottenham's a high-scoring team in the league, and they still only managed to draw.
Especially after all those goals, too. I mean, they had moments of brilliance.
Yeah, and moments of just complete chaos defensively, too, right? It's like they can't quite find that balance.
And Son missing that penalty. I mean, you could just feel the momentum shift after that.
Oh, yeah, that was a turning point for sure. But you got to give Wolves credit. They capitalized on those mistakes.
They did. They really did. But statistically, they were pretty lucky to get that draw, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, super lucky. But hey, sometimes that's all it takes, right?
That's true. That's true. But you know what really surprised me was Everton losing to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, that was unexpected, especially after Everton's 4-game unbeaten streak.
They had so much possession, too. It just didn't translate into goals.
It's funny, right? It's like Everton trying to play that possession-based game, and then you have Nottingham Forest coming in with this super efficient counter-attacking style.
And it worked. It totally worked. I mean, 5 wins in a row, that's got to say something.
Oh, absolutely. They're playing with so much confidence, it's like everything's clicking for them.
Their manager's got them playing like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, he's figured out how to use their strengths to their advantage,
Well, and it's clearly working for them. They're on fire right now.
Exactly. Yeah. They are. I mean, it's really proof that sometimes tactics can be more important than just having star players.
Yeah, for sure. Being able to execute a game plan like that is crucial. But, okay, we got to talk about Liverpool again. Like, seriously, is there anyone that can stop them this season?
Well, I mean, right now they're definitely the favorites. But the thing about the Premier League is it's so unpredictable, you just never know.
I guess that's what makes it so exciting.
Exactly. But back to Liverpool. I think what's really impressive is that they're not just relying on one style, They can dominate possession when they need to, but they can also play on the counterattack.
It's like they've got a plan A, a plan B, and probably a plan C for every situation.
Seriously. And that's got to be frustrating for other teams to try and play against because you don't know what to expect.
Like they're always one step ahead.
Right. It's like they're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
That's a perfect analogy. But okay, so Man City, I mean, they're not going to just roll over and let Liverpool take the title, are they?
No way. They've got way too much talent and experience to just give up. But it's definitely a transitional period for them.
It's like they're trying to figure out their new identity.
Yeah, they lost some key players. And it's going to take time to rebuild that chemistry and find their rhythm again.
It's interesting. You see this happen with a lot of teams that have been dominant for a while. There's always this kind of dip after they lose some big names.
Yeah, it's like a reset button almost.
And the Premier League's just so competitive now, too. It's not like they have time to just relax and figure things out.
Right. Every match is a battle. And there are so many teams this season that are capable of upsetting the big guys.
Like Nottingham Forest. I mean, they are the definition of exceeding expectations right now.
Seriously, 5 wins in a row, and they're playing with this swagger, this belief that's infectious.
Do you think they can keep it up, though? Like, can they actually challenge for a European spot?
I think it'll be tough, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
They've got a system that works, they're disciplined, and they've got some players that can really hurt you on the counter.
Yeah, you can't underestimate a team that's playing with that much confidence.
Exactly. And, speaking of upsets, Crystal Palace beat Southampton, but it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, was it?
No, it really wasn't. They won 2-1, but it felt like they should have scored way more.
Yeah, they underperformed their expected goals by quite a bit.
It's like they're missing that killer instinct in front of goal.
They need someone who can consistently finish those chances. They've got the build-up play down, but they need that final piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, someone just put the ball in the back of the net.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Southampton, they're really struggling.
It's rough. They brought in a new manager, but it doesn't seem to have made much of a difference.
They've conceded the most goals in the league so far.
Which is never a good sign.
It's not. It's really not. And they're just not creating enough chances going forward either.
It's going to be a tough climb for them to get out of the relegation zone.
It really is. But hey, we've seen crazier things happen, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
A couple of good results in a row can totally change a team's momentum.
Exactly. Confidence is huge in this sport.
Yeah.
And once you start winning, it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's why you can never count anyone out, especially in the Premier League.
And speaking of close calls, that Fulham-Bournemouth match was a wild ride.
Oh, man. Bournemouth scoring that equalizer in the 89th minute, I bet their fans were going crazy.
Oh, they were trailing for most of the match, but they never gave up.
It's a reminder that in football, you got to play until the final whistle blows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, if you look at the XG, Bournemouth actually deserved to win that match. They created better chances than Fulham.
Yeah, it's just that sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way.
And Fulham, they need to be more clinical if they want to compete for those European spots. They can't keep wasting opportunities like that.
It seems like that's a theme for a lot of teams this season, right? It's not just about having talent. It's about having the right mindset, the right tactics, and being able to capitalize on your chances.
Absolutely. And that's what makes the Premier League so exciting.
Yeah.
It's a perfect blend of skill, strategy, and just a little bit of luck.
And with the season halfway done, it's still anyone's game.
It really is. We're seeing traditional power dynamics shift and new contenders emerge. It's going to be a fascinating second half of the season.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, what really stood out to you from these matches? Like, what surprised you the most?
Honestly, it's the difference between how Liverpool are playing and then Man City. It's pretty stark.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Liverpool just seemed to be on another level right now. That West Ham win was just brutal.
Yeah, 5-0. It's not even just the scoreline. It's how they're playing. They're so in control.
They are. It's like they have an answer for everything.
And that tactical flexibility is just insane. You never know what they're going to throw at you next.
So do you think anyone can actually challenge them for the title this season?
It's tough to say. Right now, they're definitely the favorites. But, the Premier League is full of surprises.
It always is.
Like, who would have predicted Nottingham Forest would be doing this well?
No one. They're playing with so much heart. It's awesome to see.
They've really embraced that underdog mentality and turned it into a strength.
And even Wolves, they showed that with a little bit of luck and a good game plan, you can get results against anyone.
Absolutely. So I wouldn't count anyone out just yet.
Yeah, it's way too early to call anything.
The Premier League always throws us curveballs, doesn't it?
It really does. So to all our listeners out there, get ready for an exciting second half of the season because things are about to get even more interesting.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll see some more upsets along the way.
You never know. That's why we love this game, right?
All right.
All right, well, until next time, keep diving deep.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have the ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.